This is Hannibal here with a evening news update before I head off for my workout. Got news from all the companies. Ring of Honor apparently drew poorly in Chicago last weekend. I'll try and get numbers in the next day or two. A lot of people are wondering if New Japan is going to continue their relationship with Ring of Honor because they have not been drawing that great crowds this year, other than, of course, the Madison Square Garden show. And New Japan, on the other hand, is pretty hot. They're selling out buildings that Ring of Honor is going to and not selling out. Speaking of Ring of Honor, PCO's contract is up in December, and he told me to expect something really big for him in 2020. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be. Marty Scurll, who's also in Villain Enterprises with PCO, that's all I know about that guy, other than he's also in New Japan, I think. His contract's up in November, and Matt Tavern, their champion, is up this month, from what I understand. Another note that's interesting from New Japan is they drew almost the same crowd in Long Beach this year as they did last year with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and all those guys. So that shows you there's still a lot of interest in New Japan, where Ring of Honor, without those guys, I don't think Omega was ever there, but they had Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Page and all those other guys. They're not drawing as well this year. Apparently, El Phantasmo and Jay White, they're big. They're both small guys. From what I've seen, they don't look very big, but they're foreigners. Jay White, I don't know where he's from, but he's been the champion. He might still even be the champion. I don't follow it that closely, and El Phantasmo just won a big tournament there. Apparently, there's some people that really like them and some people that really hate them, and people that find both of those guys robotic. I haven't seen anything from either one of them, but someone's saying New Zealand. Okay, Jay White's from New Zealand. So I don't have an opinion, but that's the what people are saying about those guys. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are going to be on the cover of Muscle and Fitness this Friday. Anthem Sports and Entertainment, the parent company of Impact, has made some moves in the last 24 hours, according to the Wrestling Observer and PW Insider. The Access TV Dallas office has been shut down, and Adam Swift, who was behind getting wrestling on the network, such as all the way back to when they brought ROH on that network, has been released, as well as someone named Cindy Razzoni, who was a PR person. So they're already making moves there. I'm probably not going to talk much more on that because it's pretty boring to me. But basically, Anthem's taken over that TV company. We don't get that station here in Canada that I know of. And supposedly it's not as big of a station as Spike TV, Destination America, and Pop TV. So it's not that huge a station, but it's still a pretty impressive acquisition for the parent company of Impact. Jerry Jarrett's told me last week, I believe, that Impact, to his knowledge, has never had a year of profit in its existence. And Dave Meltzer recently said he believed that too. So it's amazing that it's still going without ever turning a profit. And speaking of Impact, Killer Kross, who has been having some type of contract dispute with Impact, and he did an interview with the Sporting News saying that the issues have been surrounding merchandising, and he said he's really just looking to be treated fairly and put some of his best work out there. There are currently situations that are occurring where he feels like he's being delayed, and he's attempting to pursue other opportunities in his career. I guess he was originally booked for the AAA show at MSG, but when Impact took over that AAA show, now it's a combined Impact and AAA show, Killer Kross was removed from the show. And to that, he said it was pretty unbelievable. So I've never seen Killer Kross wrestle either, but obviously he wants to get a different deal with Impact Wrestling or leave. Supposedly he's being paid $40,000 a year by Impact. I know the schedule is really easy in Impact. They hardly have any shows, and you are allowed to wrestle for other companies, even major companies such as AEW, if the circumstances are approved by the Impact office. But from what I understand, other than a select few like Rob Van Dam, there's not really that many people making too much money working in Impact Wrestling. In MMA news, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sent out a tweet saying if he's able to make it to UFC 244 at MSG on April 2nd, he'll put the baddest motherfucker title around George Masvidal's waist if he defeats Nate Diaz. So that would be pretty big. There's a lot of controversy concerning that BMF title. And finally, Jon Jones says, buckle your seatbelts, my friends. Big fight announcement coming soon. That was from his official Twitter account. So that's all the news I have for you for today. Check out my interview I did with Hugo Savinovich from AAA. He works for AAA as a commentator and in the office. He also works as a commentator for AEW and gave me tons of inside information about the MSG AAA show, and it's going to be very interesting. Always buckle your seatbelt if Jon Jones is driving. Trouser Troll says, that is true. One of the most impressive things about Jon Jones is that one of the drug tests he failed for a fight was for cocaine. So that means he was partying almost right up until the fight.